Hi, and welcome to the Parent Satisfaction Survey training. The purpose of this training is to have a better understanding of the use and implementation of the Parent Satisfaction Survey. The purpose of having parents complete the survey is to give them an opportunity to tell us how they feel about the first 5 First Steps program. It helps us to know what we're doing right and what areas we can improve on as a program. Today's training will help give you a better understanding of how to implement the Parent Satisfaction Survey with the families that you serve. We will also discuss the best practice for collecting the survey to ensure the family's privacy as much as possible, and where to go for questions about data entry. The slides for this presentation and a blank copy of the Parent Satisfaction Survey are available to print so that you may follow along. There will also be a brief quiz at the end of this presentation. A certificate will be sent to you after you've completed the training. As we stated earlier, the feedback from our families helps us to continue to know what we're doing right so we can continue doing it and improve our services where there's room for growth. Part of the HFA best practice standards also requires that we have ways for our families to provide input into the program. The Parent Satisfaction Survey gives them that opportunity. The survey also supports our evaluation framework. Before presenting the survey to the family, be sure to ask them if they're willing to complete a survey. You can also let them know that they can complete the survey now or by the next visit, and that you'll go over the instructions with them. As you can see here, the first page of the Parent Satisfaction Survey is where you will add the family's demographic information. It also has the first set of 14 items, which you'll have the parents rate on a Likert scale from 1 to 5. It may help to go over the first item with the parent to help them become familiar with how to answer each item. Let's go over the first item as an example. Number 1 states, I feel comfortable talking with my home visitor. Circle 1 if you strongly disagree, 2 if you disagree, 3 if you neither agree nor disagree, 4 if you agree, and 5 if you strongly agree. This is how one would answer the first 14 items on the survey. On the second page, you'll notice that there are 2 open-ended questions and a space for the parents to make any additional comments they may have. You will also notice that the bottom portion is meant to be completed by the staff. You may want to fill in the family's CMEDS ID number prior to giving the survey to them. The rest of this section can be filled out when you go over the survey with your supervisor.
The Parent Satisfaction Survey should be completed by at least the primary caregiver 13 months after enrollment of the family, and then again at 30 months. If there is a partner or other caregiver who is involved in services, we invite them to complete their own survey if they wish to do so. However, you will only enter the primary caregiver survey into CMEDS. Please remember to inform the parents to choose only one answer to each question.
When available, please provide the parent with a survey in his or her own primary language. Be sure to support the family if they have limited reading capabilities. You may recommend that the family ask a relative, friend, or other provider to help translate or read the document for them. Talk with your regional lead and evaluator for additional ideas on how to support families. In this presentation, we will discuss one way to administer the survey in the home. Each site may come up with its own protocols for administering the survey based on the circumstances of the families being served. Discuss your protocols with your regional lead and evaluator. It is important to explain the purpose of the survey so that each family is clear on what they are filling out. One way to do this is by stating the following. This survey is for us to get feedback on the services you've received from First 5 First Steps. We would like to know what your experience has been with the program. Specifically, we're hoping to find out what is going well and what are some areas in our program that we can grow and improve to better serve our families. After you've explained the purpose of the survey, you may now explain the format and how to complete the survey to the caregiver. Explain to the caregiver the following. I'd like to tell you a little about the format of this survey. There are 14 questions about the services that you've been receiving from First 5 First Steps. For each item, circle the number that best fits your response. The answer choices range from 1, which means that you strongly disagree, to 5, which means that you strongly agree. Please mark only one answer for each item. The second page has 2 questions, with space to write your response. There's also a section for additional comments. On the bottom of the second page, there's a section that says to be completed by staff. Please do not complete this section. Do you have any questions about the instructions or about the survey in general? If you feel that the family needs more time or if they need assistance in reading the survey, allow them to return the survey to you during their next visit. You may recommend that the caregiver have a friend or other provider to assist them with the survey if needed. Before the family begins the survey, be sure to let them know what will happen with the survey after they've completed it. You may use the following statement. Once you have completed the survey, please place it in the envelope and seal it. I will give the survey to my supervisor. She reviews the surveys completed by the families I see. She is able to tell me what both our program and I do really well as a home visitor. We will also talk about areas where we can improve. Be sure to maintain parents' confidentiality when documents are being transported with identifying information. After parents have completed the survey, have them place it in an envelope and seal the envelope. We recommend the home visitor transport the document in a lockbox if it contains client identifying information. After the home visitor returns to the office, the survey should be submitted to your supervisor and review the information together. Please consult the data dictionary for data entry instructions. This concludes our training. For questions regarding the survey, please refer to the CMEDS Technical Assistance Protocol on the last page of the data dictionary. Thank you for your participation.